All right,
Okay, now go.
I'm ready. It is 6:32, and this is a meeting of the the City of Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee. Notice is hereby given. Meeting of the Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee will be held on Tuesday, April 6, 2021 at 6:32 p.m. by telephonic video conferencing for the purpose of considering the following agenda items and also in-house, now that we have some in-house people. All agenda items are subject to action in an effort to advance public health goal of limiting face-to-face meeting uh, to slow the spread of coronavirus COVID-19. There will be no in-person public access to the meeting. The public may participate in this meeting by using the link on the agenda. I won't read it out. And
Oh, we lost you.
calling phone numbers, which I also won't read out. When requested, enter meeting ID, which I also won't read out. Well, if they have the agenda, they would be able to see all that. The public will be permitted to offer public comments telephonically or by audio as provided by the agenda and as permitted by the presiding officer during the meeting. Written questions or comments may be submitted to the chairperson up to 2 hours before the meeting by emailing trapino at cityofsandyoaks.com. I have received none, so I take it that no one has responded. So I'll move on to the first agenda item, and that is the call for quorum call, and I call Mayor Ball.
Okay. Chair Rapino,
Yes.
Charles Fillinger,
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Ann Garza,
Here.
Raylene McDonald,
Here.
Gloria Sarmiento.
Here.
Absent is Ashley Del Real and Rue are absent.
Yeah, Ashley told me she was going to zoom in. Maybe she's having trouble. I don't know. But,
Well, and I
okay.
don't see anybody in the waiting room.
Yeah. So so I'll move on. We have a quorum. I'll
Yes, you
move
have a
on to the second agenda item, citizens to be heard, and we had none.
Okay.
So I'll move on to agenda item 3, discuss and possible action on the status of the sunshade. So we have some unsettling news. When they went to order the sunshade, they upped the price on us.
Of course.
They changed the price, and now it is like almost $600 over what we had authorized from the city council. But we have come across 2 anonymous donors who will come up with that price, but we still have to go back to city council and ask if that is okay for us to do.
Okay, quick question for you on that. So
Okay,
did they give us an expiration on the quote they provided?
I don't know that. Do you
I-
know, Charles?
I am looking at the email that was dated 3/31/2021, and there is no specific date of when they would honor this.
Your break, we lost you for a sec.
I'm assuming we can ask Miss Charlotte to contact them and verify that this price would be good for a given number of days.
Do you recall,
since
which meeting the council approved that on?
I do not,
I,
but,
I think it was in one of the February meetings, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong.
if you'll give me a few minutes here, I can look back through the, council
Nikki's
meeting
looking
agenda.
also.
I got it.
She's already got
Okay.
it.
All right, good.
Well, I don't have a quote. What I have is just a diagram.
Oh, never mind.
It was just something that was put together. It doesn't look like it's from them. Okay, that's what I was looking for, was to see if we actually had a quote provided from that company. What it looks like is something perhaps Charles put together or Tom put together that's got a picture and then just the specs.
Yeah, okay.
But if they gave you a quote on the 31st, that was just last week.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, did they not give you a quote back in February?
There was a
I-
quote, because I remember it was so cheap.
Well, that's what I was
I,
looking at, is, but that's just something that was put together.
I could have sworn he gave.
The question I
I'm-
guess we're asking is, did we go in and pull that off the internet, or did they actually solicit us with that quote, with that price?
That's what I'm looking for, is a document from that company with that price. And if there, because typically a quote, you'll get at least 30 days, at least.
Yeah,
And
they
it was
they
on the
usually
February,
state,
yeah, it was the
they usually
February
give you-
11th meeting.
Mhm.
So that would be my only concern, is if they did provide us something and we pulled the trigger before the expiration of that quote, then they still have to honor that price.
Yeah.
I believe that this email was the first price that Charlotte got from them. I'm yep.
Okay. All right, so we have
Okay,
to get,
Yeah, I was requested on 3/10/2021 to provide them with information to allow them to order the carport.
mhm.
And that
Okay,
3/31 to get all of that information to them. But I'm just, it is what it is, ma'am, and for whatever reason, and I did go back to the website and check, and they have increased prices since the numbers I originally turned in and had approved.
so we might want to try to leverage with them that, based on what we had available and in doing our research, we took to council and got approval for this configuration at this price. And to, for lack of a better word, threaten to not go through with it with them if they won't honor that. I mean, they're dealing with a municipality. They have to know, I'm sure we're not the only one that
Yeah.
they've worked with, and maybe there's another company, one local.
I have searched diligently for a better price and have not found one, ma'am. Other companies that I have got a price from a similar structure is over $7,000.
Ouch.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, we have the money to do it. If we have to take it back before council, we can do that, but I'm not willing to take it back before council till we have a firm quote with an expiration date on it.
Okay, I shall make a phone call to this company tomorrow and go through the entire process and see what we can do.
Okay,
Yeah, we
Uh,
can't take it back until next month anyhow, because it's already passed for
Well,
this month.
that's true, but they don't know that.
well, we
Yeah, I
do have
know.
a,
I'm just saying for us, so we have time.
Right.
we do have another council meeting in 2 weeks, so
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know, we could get it approved if we need to, but I will speak to him tomorrow and see if we cannot, you know, get the original price back.
Okay. Well, that's
Sounds good.
And if we get that, I'm gonna call the ladies tomorrow and tell them drop the hammer now.
Right. Okay.
I suspect
Okay,
I suspect our tax exempt status may have slowed down the order, but that should all be handled by now.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
okey doke. So that's the plan.
that's the
And let me
plan,
run
sir.
it through my mind so I understand it. You're gonna go back through, see if we can get the original price, and we need to get a dated quote from them. If that doesn't work, then at the next meeting, I will go back to the council and ask for approval with the 2 anonymous donors. Does that sound like what we would want to do?
That
So
does in
that's the
fact,
plan?
cover what we just spoke about. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the plan. All right. So I'll move on now to agenda item 3 if there are no
Hold
further.
on just 1 minute. Hold on just 1
Okay.
minute before you shut that down.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Boy, this high tech is just so much fun. I want to see here. Uh,
Grab a truffle. We're gonna empty it.
What is that, pray tell?
Why? My sugar? Huh? My sugar? Oh.
Is that part of that stuff they found at Roswell?
Roswell. It's truffles. You can't eat truffles?
Oh,
Me too.
I'm trying to.
Oh, shoot. I'm quiet.
okay.
go ahead, Charles.
Yes, during our council meeting tonight or
Oh, sugar.
Thursday night,
Thursday, yes.
we have an updates and announcements from Park Advisory Committee with
Yeah.
possible discussion and or action. I would say if we have to get approval for the increased price, we should be able to do that Thursday under the possible discussion and action on the agenda.
So let's, sorry, let's do that. We'll ask Cassandra ahead of time, just to make
Okay.
sure. But yes, we write those specifically for that reason, just in case. We
Okay, I will make the call and let you know tomorrow. And then
Okay.
then you can talk to Cassandra if you would, ma'am.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, moving right along, Tom.
Okay, I will now move on to agenda item 4, discuss and possible action to move forward on decision to submit grants.
Okay,
There are 2 grants that we could possibly submit for. One is the Trails Grant, which has a 50% match. And that one grant does not have the stipulation that we need to have US steel on whatever we buy, if we do
Okay.
want to buy something with steel. But it does have a 50% match, but along those lines, we don't have to use cash as part of that 50% match. We can use material, we can use
Labor.
labor, we can use machinery. In other words, machinery
Okay.
that we have, we can charge a price for. The other one is the Parks and Wildlife Grant. Uh, that has a 20% match, and we can do things like you know, some sort of structures. We can do the field, the baseball field, or other items, but we can't do the trail or anything like that. Anything associated with the trail we can do, like we could put exercise equipment along the trail if we wanted to buy exercise stations. So we need to come, if we want to go for both of these grants or just one, we need to probably, what's over there, Ann?
He's talking to Raylan.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Called out.
I sure did. Pay attention.
No, I just wondered what was over there. But-
Well, you were talking about the trail and it reminded me of the bottles that we made with the plastic bags in there. And they had been sitting
Yeah.
up there on top and I wasn't seeing them because we
Oh.
were talking the other day that maybe we could just put those out for now.
Cause the trail is really getting full of poop.
Yeah, it's getting full of poop. So I apologize.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, that's good.
They're around here somewhere.
I was hoping to get them before they got thrown away when everybody moves out of here.
Right, they're around here somewhere. They were in that cabinet.
Oh,
and I
okay,
don't see
I
them.
think we
I
froze.
apologize, Tom.
So I want to add a little drama to the grants. Charles and I will be on a call tomorrow. And we will have more information.
I'd like to come in person.
Can you hear us?
We can
Yeah, we can hear you
now,
again.
ma'am.
Well, that's weird.
It's almost like it
Acted
timed
like
out
it
or
tried to
something.
go away. Okay, so I was gonna say that Charles and I will be on a call tomorrow with the other suburban cities in the coalition and Judge Wolf and some other county representatives. And we may be able to, we don't know, but we're hoping to learn. There may be some funding available to us for matching on grants. If that's the case, then that'll kind of help guide us here on which direction we want to go. But hopefully,
Or you mean they would give,
I'm sorry?
they would give us, they would give us money towards the match? Is that what
There-
you're
well,
saying, Mayor?
There is some funding coming our way, not from the county. And the question that, one of the questions, we have many questions. One of the questions has to do with grant matches. Can we use that money for matching on grants? But we don't know. We'll have a
That
conversation.
would really help.
And if that's the case, that will help us a lot with this. So hopefully
Okay.
tomorrow,
Now,
maybe
keep in mind
we'll have an answer.
that the Trails Grant is a federal grant, which has a very much more administrative,
Right.
you know, it's harder to administrate, I should say. There's
Yeah.
a lot more work to it once you get the grant.
The grant with the 20% matching funds, Tom.
Yeah,
Is that the Texas Parks and Wildlife
Yep.
yeah, that's the one.
grant? Okay.
Yes.
My personal vision is that we grade and surface that trail with
You can't
very
use
fine.
that for the trail. You
No,
can't
he's talking about the Parks and Wildlife.
okay.
for the
Oh,
trail.
we cannot use it for the trail. Got it.
Gotta use the other brand.
We'd have to use the federal grant.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. We could
Hmm,
use it for the baseball field, but not the trail.
It
Okay.
seems
okay,
good.
well, that,
Uh,
uh,
uh, They have a lot of, a lot
that,
of
that,
restrictive criteria for,
Right.
yeah,
Wolf.
Okay.
okay.
Well, maybe we'll have an
Uh,
answer this week
well,
on other options.
okay.
and
I want to
we'll
hurry
be,
because we'll know when the grants close and the smart money is on September 30th, but they haven't decided yet. They'll decide by probably the end of May when the grants will close.
okay, well, we will have another meeting in 2 weeks and hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully we'll
and-
have some more information, about funding at that time.
Okay.
Okay.
And we need to know some projects on what we want to do by that time too, so we can pass them forward to GrantWorks, because that's where the work really begins, once we have set projects,
Well,
the
I think,
planning and
I
everything.
think for the Texas Parks and Wildlife, I think an obvious one out of that is the outdoor exercise equipment. That's kind of a,
Yep. Okay, now that one then has the US steel requirement,
got it.
so
And
whereas,
that's okay because many of the people that sell
aluminum,
exercise equipment, uh, specify that their equipment is made in the USA.
okay, if we can, that's fine, and I've already put that requirement out to some people that do make exercise equipment.
Okay. Uh,
So,
yeah, let us readdress this in 2 weeks. And we
sounds good
may
to
have
me.
some good information. In the meanwhile, for 2 weeks, everybody think about what we need to do in the park.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
I'm done with that subject.
I am. So if there is no further discussion on grants, I'll move on to agenda item 5, discussing possible action on setup of infield positions for the baseball field. And we did that. We set up the positions. Has anybody, meant to go out there and look to see if those markers we put in have held
It's already
up.
been, it's
Some
already
little
been messed
darlings
up.
Messed it up.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
third base. All the,
I wanted to go out there
Right.
with some pruning paint and paint those spots so it wouldn't be as easily destroyed.
Why can't people just?
It was
Oh,
like
well,
Monday or Tuesday after we did it on Saturday. I believe
Yep.
it was either Monday or Tuesday.
yeah, there's a picture of me holding the flags.
Oh, Lordy.
Hey, look how you put it, some little darling.
Okay, so
I
just
wouldn't take
from
the
what
Okay.
I'm
Maybe
hearing,
I'll
it's-
put-
from what I'm hearing, it's just the third base that's messed
Yeah, I
up.
haven't noticed the others. There's still flags out, whether they're still in the right place or not. They're still there.
Okay,
And I think all the stakes are still there also, I believe.
okay. All right.
all right.
Except for
While we're talking about the
Where it should be.
baseball field, I've been looking at real bases that
God, I cannot wait to get into our new building.
Mm.
Sorry, Charles, you broke up. You're gonna have to start over.
have
Charles,
anxious to
Charles,
get the home plate bases and all of that.
Charles, you broke
Uh,
up. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Not you.
I will try again. Do you hear me now?
We
Yes.
do.
Okay. It looks to me as though to get good quality professional type bases there and the pitching rubber and all of that, we're looking at between $300 and $350 to set up that ball field. Just a number for everyone to consider.
Well, Another consideration would be
Yeah, I looked at some of those too.
basketballs.
It can get expensive.
Yeah,
I have a question. Is that rubber movable or is it gonna be,
we're looking at those that are they will be removable to store.
exactly, because if they
they-
move the little flags, they're gonna,
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we go into
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
ground.
that,
okay, so they won't move and then just
Right.
put them away. Okay.
that number includes
already-
a steel foundation that goes into the ground.
And then you just clip them off.
Right.
Right.
Rubber caps to close that off when they're not in use, and bases that actually anchor down into the ground. But, you know,
We already have 2 sets of bases that they can just use to throw down if they need, if people want to go out there and play.
Yeah.
That they can pick up at City Hall whenever they want to sign them out or wherever.
yeah, if we get the anchors down, at least they would have a permanent mark to
Yes.
Know where they.
to use the throwdown bases. Yeah, throwdown bases are relatively cheap. But you know, good quality equipment to have actual ball games is, like I say, $300 to $350 at today's prices. If we don't get any more increases,
What they'll be about 6.
Yeah, just about the time everybody's got money to spend, all the prices go up.
Okay.
Okay,
So if we have no further discussion on that, I will move on to agenda item number 7. I know you discussing possible action on the status of the water trailer
wait.
construction. I know, Charles, when we
You missed-
talked last,
you
that
missed
was
number
on.
6. Number 6.
The bench.
The bench.
Hello?
Tom? Alamo broadband. Hello? Is there anybody home? Hello?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, I can hear you now.
you missed number 6.
Oh, yeah, I know, I said it already, but then it froze up. Discussing possible action on refurbishing the bench behind backstop of baseball field. Did I freeze up again?
No, you're good now.
Good.
Hello?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, it was pretty raggedy when we were down there 2 weeks ago, so.
yeah. So we did measure it, and the
So-
boards are 16 foot long. What I did not measure
Right.
was are they 4 or 6 inch?
I think.
those are 2 by
It
6s,
looked like
ma'am.
2 by 6s, yeah.
2 by 6s.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought they were 4. Sorry.
and
What
we
do I know?
counted
Yeah.
how many?
6 of them.
6?
I believe it was 6,
But
3
what's-
and 3.
6 of them.
Okay, so there's
Just
6.
3?
Okay.
3 to sit.
So
3 to 4.
really, that's an easy project from the perspective of you just, well, I say easy.
The whole shit.
Getting all the rotted screws, all that's got to come out first, but the frame itself, I think, is
Right.
fine.
It looked like it was all right. Then you'll need.
Yeah, it should be painted. The wood and hardware needs to be stripped off, and the frame should be painted while it's spare.
Yeah.
Current price of a
Oh, you broke up. We lost you, Charles, right when you're getting to the
2
good.
by 6 by 16 feet is 91 cents each.
Wait, okay, so we lost you at the beginning. Say that again. The price of what?
The price of 2 by 6 by 16 feet, number 2 prime kiln dried southern yellow pine lumber is $19.91 each. Say $20. So you're looking at $120 to replace the lumber on there.
And then Priscilla knows. what-
maybe-
Okay, and then we would need some kind of
Ye-
screws and some paint.
We have paint.
We've got plenty
We've
of
got
paint.
plenty of
Another
The metal paint?
$10 in
Oh.
hard paint.
One of the ones I bought is for metal.
Okay, so Gloria's saying that we do have paint that is for metal. What we need are screws
It's the teal
and
one.
the
Oh,
lumber.
that one's for.
Oh, the
remember
teal one?
the teal one?
They
The-
might not
the-
like that at the base.
Yeah, it's
Who
the teal
does?
one. It's
Well, that's what I say, but
I like teal.
it's
my-
the one that's already on the
Oh,
benches over here.
Okay,
On
That's
some
for
of them.
metal.
okay. So we have paint.
So
And I've got sandpaper. I got oodles.
Oh, I got some today.
Okay,
yeah, so we're looking at less than $150 to refurbish that bench.
okay. So here's what I will say.
Okay.
Somebody needs to put together a definitive materials list. We will get that to Priscilla, let her go ahead and place the order and get it picked up. And remember, she's one person. So I think if we got a few volunteers together, it'd be very easy for us to get down there and get that done.
Mhm.
So
We can always
Charles,
give
are
her a
you
hand.
up to the material list?
Which one?
I said we can always.
I mean, we already know what the wood is.
Yes, ma'am.
We just need to know what kind of screws.
Priscilla probably knows because she replaced the
yeah,
ones
she
on the
bought the
bench back
screws for
there.
over here.
Oh,
Yeah, because there was some boards that needed to be replaced.
Yeah, the benches over here.
okay. So Priscilla's already familiar with the screws for the benches that have been replaced out
I
here.
will talk to Priscilla tomorrow and verify, does she have the hardware, or do we need to figure out the price?
Okay,
So I'm making notes, so I'll call Priscilla and get that right, and I'm sure between the
So-
two of us, we can get a material list together.
perfect.
So we're gonna do this without asking the board?
Anything under $500.
Well, I
If it's under $500, we do not
We can
have
go
to
with.
bring it. And I can authorize up to $200, and there's money in the budget, so you're good to go.
Boss said we can.
Boss said you're good.
all right, that all sounds great to me. Let's see, today is Tuesday. Does anyone feel like a
He's in here.
Saturday morning in the park to prime the frame of that thing?
Saturday morning.
What, 10 o'clock?
Sounds
usual
good to
time?
me.
But 10 o'clock works great for me. I'm on my second cup of coffee by then.
Should be all right with me.
This Saturday?
Uh, I'm usually good at 10 o'clock, because I get up at 5. but-
Yeah.
They can
Let me-
bring some sandpaper.
Let me look at my calendar.
Uh,
Uh,
who's going to bring the paint?
Where is
what
the
color
paint?
do we want?
Priscilla has it.
Check with Priscilla and find out where the paint is.
It might be in that middle.
Between the bathrooms.
It might
Oh,
have
it
gotten
could be.
moved with the flooding, but that's
Oh,
where it
that's right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it
So
was.
find out from Priscilla about screws and paint. And if that's the case, if things need to be ordered, not 16-foot lumber, but things that can fit in my car, she can call in the order and I can stop and pick it up on the way home.
I still have paintbrushes and rollers from when we
Okay.
did this stuff.
Okay, so 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Okey-dokey.
Roger.
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
I will.
Okay,
Okay, let's moving right along then.
okay, then I will move on to agenda item 7, discuss and possible action on the status of the water trailer. And as I said, Charles, you told me it was almost finished the last time we spoke, so.
Yeah, I actually have put the trailer chassis together. I have put the framework onto the chassis. Started to put the decking on and then got sidetracked with some personal business I've had to take care of, but I suspect that trailer should be together prior to this weekend. I will attempt to get a key for the maintenance yard, and we can
Don't
all
need a
look at
key.
it Saturday.
You don't need
Ooh,
a key.
we don't need it.
It's the same it's the same lock that's on the gates up at
Okay.
the main building, same combo.
All righty then, we can just roll in there Saturday and take a look at the trailer and say, ooh.
Ooh, ah, okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty then.
All right, so we finished with agenda item number 7, and I want to pull number 8 because Ashley has been trying to get in. We're going to have to give her.
Whatever you said about Ashley, we want to hear
I
it.
have to give her a call.
Careful. The floor slopes that way. It
for
does.
a
It's right
tutorial
in
on
the middle.
Zoom. She's been texting me during the.
Meeting,
Okay, okay,
and we can give her a Zoom.
hold on. We whatever conversation you two were having, we're
Hello.
not privy to it, so we have no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
I
Tom,
said
Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
I was saying that I was going to pull agenda item number 8 because Ashley is having difficulty getting into Zoom and getting emails and everything else. So I want to, she's been texting me, telling me she's having difficulty. So I wanted to pull agenda item number 8 because she's integral in that. And so it's a good idea.
Sounds fine with me.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Charles, I will invite her to
And we can give her a Zoom tutorial while she's there.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
We're talking fast. We're ready.
That's the win.
Okay.
Yeah. What time is it?
Okie dokie.
Okay, I have one other thing to
Well,
say.
Wait. Before you do that, is it on the agenda or do we need to close this?
All right, we have to adjourn. We have to adjourn.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
it's actually dealing with the baseball field.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We've had a member of the community contact me, and he would like to be involved in any more work we do at the field. So I will contact him and tell him Saturday morning,
Perfect.
if
Sounds
that
like
works
a-
for everybody.
Works for me.
Works for me.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Okay,
All
so
right, I'll move on.
I may just,
Go ahead,
Okay.
Charles.
go ahead, Tom.
All right, I'll move on to agenda item number 9. We will adjourn at
7:12.
7:11. And we'll get a slushy. No.
okay, I'm gonna stop the recording. Bear with me. Somewhere on here.